Hey guys. Actually, let me make myself bigger here. So, I woke up from a nap not too long ago. I think I fell asleep again at like 12 o'clock. I'm like, I don't know why I'm tired. I fell asleep last night at like 10, and then I woke up at like 8, which was more than enough time to sleep. It was almost 12 fucking hours, but I woke up and I stayed up for a little bit, and I'm like, why am I so tired? But so I went back to sleep. Uh, Went outside to see if Venti was out there. He wasn't around. He hasn't really been coming over much, probably because it's cold. I mean, I understand, if it's cold out, you're not going to want to walk around and all that. I don't like walking around like that in the cold either. I also don't like going out and doing anything in the heat. I just don't like doing things. But I mean, he'll come over more like later on in the day. Since he's probably not doing as much, so he's conserving more energy and stuff like that. So I've only seen him come over here like once or twice, usually later on in the day, to eat. Now there's also another fucking cat outside that's been coming over. I saw it the other day and I thought it was Venti because it was a white cat and I didn't really get a good look at it. But I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Venti. Which cat is that? Because no, we got Venti, and then there's that other cat that follows him, the girl, the one that he fancies. Like I said, I think it's like his sister or something. But she's really young though. You can tell just the stature of her, like how small she is, and she's young. But it wasn't him, it wasn't her. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I go over and open the door. I'm like, who are you? And the cat's like, so of course you have to see whether it's friendly or not. So you open the door. The open the door test is the best test. Venti, when you open the door, he just stays there, and I open the door and he gets excited because he sees me coming out. Other cats, you open the door, they'll just run off. Uh, but yeah, there's 3 cats now that I know of. Probably more. I just haven't seen them. But yeah, it was a white cat, and he had like a dirtyish looking nose, like his nose, like part of his nose was black. I'm sure it's just the pattern on his nose. It wasn't actually dirt, but it looked like it was like on his nose, and then like the very top part, the rim of his nose. But he was like a whitish cat. Uh, but I'm like, great, another fucking cat around. That was the first time I had seen him. But yeah, Venti doesn't come around much right now because it's cold. Like I said, I understand. I don't like doing much of anything either in the cold. Which I still have to go out. But I have to wait though. I have to wait till I hear back from my boss about whether or not we're working or whether or not I'm working tomorrow. That means I have to go out and get money for the bus and all that shit. So, although, wait, still got money in here though. Wait a minute. No, I don't think it would be enough. I don't think I have enough change. Maybe, but yeah. So I mean, I also haven't been sitting out there a whole lot because I'm like, well, lately it's been raining, so I haven't really been sitting out there. The other day was raining to the point where I like normally when it rains, it's perfectly fine. I can sit out there, it's perfectly fine. But no, not when fucking wind's going 30 miles an hour. I went out there, and just the entire porch was just covered in water, except for like a small portion, like closer to the door. And that's when I saw, I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't have food, so let me fill up the food and put it back here where it's not going to get wet. Also, the other day I went outside and the water was frozen. Honestly, that's the first time I've seen ice outside in several years. Even with small bowls outside, they've never frozen over. So it was really fucking cold if that water outside froze. It wasn't solid though. It's just the very top, because I was able to just like, and I just took it and just, I'm like, that's nice cold water though for them. But I chucked the ice into the grass, and hearing it break was very satisfying. But yeah, that was the first time I've seen water so cold that it actually froze outside in several years. Because in the winter, even when it does get super cold, the water never freezes, it seems. It never freezes. We've got a puddle over there because there's like this bunch of cracked and destroyed concrete, so it's got like this huge dip where all this water gathers, and it'll stay there for days. Same thing. I've never seen that frozen over before. But yeah, I walked out. I was like, huh, is that frozen? I picked it up. I was like, it is frozen. Then it just cracks apart. I'm like, oh, well, guess it's not as frozen as I thought. Let it go. Let it go. But yeah. I mean, it's really not even that cold today. I had the window open. I was just fine. But I took the nap, and I didn't want the window open while I napped. I mean, I didn't know what it was going to be like today. What is it right now, anyway? It's 58. It says 58. Of course, you can't see that. What's supposed to be happening at 10? Rain possible after 9. Oh boy, more rain. Where's 9 o'clock? Or that's 9 p.m. Yeah, I need to go up a little more. I need to go up a little more. Oh, only 30% chance. Well, 40. Let's see. Like the weather. Where is what? Like, I was just here like a couple minutes ago, and like one of these was like 38, 39. I think it was this one. Fucking killing me, Smalls. Sunday we have rain. The rain is not what I care about. You know, the rain, like when it rains, you know, the rain's not what causes the freaking roof to leak. It's the freaking wind. You know, we've got a freaking tarp up there because can't afford, you know, landlady can't afford to get the roof fixed. So we've got a tarp up there, and that does the job. But during the wind, it'll just blow it off, or, you know, enough to where leaves can get under, and then the rain can get under, and suddenly the freaking roof's leaking. But I think they fixed it the other day. Not like fixed it, but they fixed the tarp. The people before like half-assed it, I think, and hence why it was able to be blown up by the wind. But I'm like sleeping, and I hear the people on the roof, and I just hear, and then just like all these leaves now are just like sitting over there. That's how many leaves were on the roof, like under the tarp. It's just like a cascade of leaves falling over the side of the house. And I went outside, and I'm like, that's a lot of leaves. I mean, I'm sure that was like stretched. It wasn't just in one area, but it looks a lot flatter up there, which is good. It looks like they down a little bit more. So yeah, when you've got a freaking leak above your bed, especially, not exactly fun. I mean, the house is old anyway. I mean, not this room. This room was built in like the 70s as an addition. It's still old though. The 70s was a while ago. So it's understandable that the quality might not have been so good back then. I'm not saying they sucked in the 70s, but yeah, whoever built it probably wasn't being held to the same standards. Like, it's a roof. It's a roof. It's fine. So you can tell it was kind of from the 70s, though, actually, by the color, because I don't think the color's changed since the 70s. It's very 70s feeling, actually. Anyways, I'm done ranting and raving and mumbling and bantering like a lunatic. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.